Found what? The solution to everything we've been stuck on for days. Okay, what is it? We make a new character! We what now? We make a new character completely different from the storyline that we're on. Inspiration helped me think of it. Okay, can you send her up here, please? I don't think I can. Why ever not? Because she's busy right now. I find that hard to swallow. Also, you should ditch the main character idea. There are way too many more important things we could be focusing on, like the main storyline, and you haven't even started the first chapter. Starting projects is hard. That's your excuse. It is. Don't you ever take writing seriously? Lately, it feels like I'm the only one who's doing that. So you are. I'm sorry I haven't started it yet. Give me the computer. Oh no. What epiphany did you happen upon now? Let's make a video out of it! Make a video out of what? This new character! That way you can show off your expertise to all of my viewers! I do have a lot of expertise, even if it isn't character development. Okay, so then let's hear from the pro of character development. And this wasn't Inspiration's idea. You thought of this just now? I think so. Then again, Inspiration whispers this kind of stuff to this magnitude to me most of the time. Well, maybe she didn't this time. I mean, there's no real way of knowing. Fine. Really? Yes, but just this once. Don't worry, you won't regret it. I'm sure I won't. I'm sure you will, being that you love sarcasm. But anyway, let's begin. Hello there! Welcome back to my channel. You may call me Miss... One thing, yes, saying welcome back to my channel is annoying. It is? Yes, very. People don't like it anymore. Okay, so I should just take it out and leave hello there as my only greeting? Plus, you may call me Miss Introvert? Yes. Okay then. Hello there! You may call me Miss Introvert, and today we'll be discussing the best way to develop your character, and I have E here with me to help me with that. Now, E, what would you say is the best way to develop a character? I would say do some checking. Find out where your character is going to be in the story from your outline. That's right. It can be hard to tell in the first stages, but you don't really have to worry about it that much when you're writing your rough draft. So just focus on your rough draft and make sure you're paying attention to your outline if you have one. Yes, some writers don't care for outlines, but if you have one, then use it by all means. Once you've finished writing your first draft, you can move on to the more nitty-gritty stuff, moving things around for your characters, maybe give them different motives, promote them to a side character, bring them down to an extra. Your protagonist or any other character might not fit the bill yet, but if you still have faith in them, there are more ways to develop them, which will be explained in the next few points. Let's start with a method that I've always thought of as silly, but it still works wonders somehow. You mean character interviews? Exactly. Interrogate them if you have to. And once you have your answers, write down your findings. Right. This is an interaction that involves you and your character. Talk to them like they're a real person, even though it's just make-believe. Maybe you're interviewing them for their great achievements and exploits, or maybe you're interrogating them for a crime. Whatever it is, it can be done by simply writing down your findings or talking to a wall. It will make you look very preposterous, but it's all in the name of character development. Yes. Anyway, moving on. There's also character questions that you can answer, and you can find them anywhere from Pinterest to, I'm sure there's different books about character questions that you can get and then answer them for yourself, or there's even other online options. My go-to is usually Pinterest. But really, it's just a way of answering character questions so that you just have questions right in front of you instead of having to think about them, and you're just checking things off about what you want your character to be like. This video isn't sponsored by Pinterest or any of those platforms, so don't go getting the wrong idea. Moving on, peer review your character. Do you have any tips for this, E? Well, all you have to do is go out into the world and find people who know how to make a good character. But obviously that's a lot to ask for. Well, you can't blame me. I'm an introvert, hence my name. I don't like going out to socialize. You know this. And, of course, what would that look like? Walking up to somebody and asking, what do they think of my character? Very absurd. That's why we turn to the internet to socialize. So find Facebook groups. Find internet writing guilds, or ask your creative writing Zoom classmates about what they think of your characters, doing those awkward group chats. Even ask professionals, email them. You never know who's going to say yes if you just ask. Also include them in your acknowledgements. Very good points, E. Facebook groups are great. And also never be afraid of what your editor has to say about your characters. You know your story better than anyone else, but they know what makes a good character. So what makes a good character? Well, to summarize, if you want your character to be developed, then you're gonna have to give them motives and ways that they change, whether they change their motives or what they want out of their story, and give them authentic personalities, give them authentic appearances, unless they're an alien from Mars or a shapeshifter from a fantasy world, then there's some wiggle room. But you want your character to be motivated, and that motivation has to influence the plot and make it move forward. This can be attributed to any of the characters in your book, but the most obvious one is going to be attributed to your protagonist, and the opposite can usually be said of the antagonist. Well, not the opposite, I mean, they are opposing the protagonist, so I guess whatever the protagonist wants, they don't want, and vice versa. Yeah, perfect dynamic. But it's your book, and every writer is different, and you don't have to worry too much about the nitty-gritty stuff in the first draft, so just focus on what you want your character to be right now. If you want your character to be believable, then you have to believe in them as well. So go back through your book on whatever draft you're on, and keep an eye out for any missed opportunities, because there's still a chance to fix them in the editing stage. Go back to the stories that gave you inspiration, and find out what made those characters believable and inspirational to you. This is why writing always involves reading and research. Precisely. Is that it? It can be. Do you want to say the end part? Why not? And those are just some of the ways you can modify your characters by making them more developed and believable. We hope that this helped anyone who's looking for some advice on writing, and this is just our take on the subject, and there are plenty of other ways to look at this concept, and you can modify our advice however you like. Was that good? Wonderful. Don't forget to subscribe and like and share this video with your friends and fellow writers to help grow our introverted writing community. Comment down below what you love about being a writer, an introvert, or even a fan of a certain fandom. I would love to start a discussion or a rant in the comment section. Well, that's all for now, folks. Hope you enjoyed the video. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, check out my blog, and find the writing help you need on my Fiverr account. All the links will be in the description below, and stay basic. Okay, bye! Why do you always do that? Because it's quirky and I want to have originality. Also, thank you for your help today. I think I have a few more ideas for that first chapter and for some character development. All thanks to you, of course. Thank you. I try. And I am glad that we made this video today. Very glad. Now, let's get started. Yay!